Welcome to Ireland Daily News. Today is the 22nd of July 2026. Story 1. Chris Bryant has been appointed as the new Northern Secretary. He succeeds Hilary Benn, who has departed the government. Hilary Benn was previously credited with improving British-Irish relations. But Chris Bryant faces the challenge of dealing with the legacy of the Troubles. Local political parties have already begun offering him policy advice. UK Prime Minister Andy Burnham announced a VAT cut on electricity from 5% to 0%. However, this policy will not apply in Northern Ireland. The Stormont executive will receive extra funding instead. Local politicians argue that this amount is insufficient. Chris Bryant must also manage the tense relationship between Michelle O'Neill and Emma Little-Pengelly. His past support for remaining in the EU has drawn criticism from unionists. Jim Allister described him as an EU fanatic. Chris Bryant is known for being outspoken. He will now face a significant political test. Story 2. Bank of Ireland forecasts that the domestic economy will grow by 3.5% this year. The economy is expected to grow by 2.5% in 2027. Housing completions are expected to reach 39,600 this year. However, observers believe 50,000 to 60,000 homes are needed annually to meet demand. Gross domestic product is forecast to fall by 3% this year as pharmaceutical exports unwind. Inflation is expected to be 3.1% this year and 2.7% next year. Employment growth is forecast at 1.1% this year and 1.5% in 2027. Chief economist Conall McCoyle says Ireland will have the fastest growing construction sector among 19 European countries. Foreign direct investment is benefiting from weight loss drug development and AI investment. Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk have recently expanded their facilities in Ireland. Machinery and equipment spending rose 17% in the first quarter of 2026. Intel announced a €5 billion investment in its Irish plant to meet semiconductor demand. Story 3. The government will publish the summer economic statement today. The statement will set the framework for the October budget. There is expected to be about €1.5 billion for tax measures. Additionally, €7 billion will be allocated for capital and current spending. Taoiseach and Minister for Finance Simon Harris said the economy is in good shape. However, he emphasized that the government must remain nimble. Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform Jack Chambers is expected to brief the cabinet. Capital spending is set to increase by €1.2 billion next year. Funds will target housing, transport, water, and energy infrastructure. This statement marks the formal start of the budget process. The budget will be announced on the 6th of October. Story 4. Use Éireann is extending its Hosepipe ban nationwide. From just after midnight on Friday, all counties will be under water restrictions. The order will remain in force until the 26th of August. This measure is a response to the ongoing hot and dry weather. Current water supplies are under significant pressure. The ban prohibits using hosepipes for washing cars, gardening, or filling pools. Use Éireann says this is vital to protect water for homes and hospitals. Nighttime restrictions are already in place for 53 of the country's 700 public water supplies. Mairead Conlon has urged the public to continue conserving water. Met Éireann forecasts that temperatures will remain above average. Story 5. A UCD medical student has appealed a High Court ruling that dismissed her case against the university. The student alleges she was sexually assaulted by a fellow student in February 2023. She argues that UCD failed to correctly apply its regulations regarding her academic progression. The university awarded her 6-9 grades in October 2023 for extenuating circumstances. However, the university still required her to follow a specific academic plan. Student counsel Kieran Craven SC argued the university failed to interpret its regulations properly. University counsel Féisín McDonough SC stated the university had provided support. He noted that 9 grades are merely placeholder grades. The university only learned of the sexual assault allegation in April 2024. Court of Appeal Justice Donald Binchy has reserved judgment. The ruling is expected in the new legal term in October. The judge encouraged both parties to seek a resolution in the meantime. He expressed concern about the potential loss of the student's medical career. However, he stressed this does not indicate a view on the merits of the appeal. Story 6. Transport Minister of State Sean Canney has signed new regulations. The cost to retrieve scramblers seized by gardaí will double next month. A total ban on scrambler use in public places has been in force since April. Gardaí previously received enhanced powers of seizure. The new rules aim to reflect the actual costs of detention and storage. This will strengthen the deterrent against illegal use of the vehicles. Sean Canney stated that owners should bear these costs. The fee for detention, removal and the first day of storage will rise to €250. There will be an extra fee of €70 for each additional day. The government hopes this will support gardaí in keeping communities safe. That's all for today's Ireland news. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.